Did you see Bryce Mitchell's comments on Hitler? I did. I saw an article talking about it. I didn't see I didn't see everything, but it is yet another indication that things are getting weird. Things are getting very weird and very Hitlerian. But like, it's not that weird that a brain broken UFC fighter would have insane and horrifying takes like this. It only happens because these guys feel emboldened, though. I mean, that's it. I think the reason why more people feel like comfortable coming out with attitudes like this is because of feeling emboldened by the likes of, you know, Elon Musk and everybody else. Even Dana White coming out against it, you know, it was bad. Yeah, no shit. Isn't this the guy who called out Elon like a week ago before this, said Elon's a rat and should share his wealth? Oh, this is that same guy? Yeah, I remember looking into it because I remember hearing him like talk shit about Elon Musk at a press conference. And immediately I was like, wait a minute, this dude is like, I mean, he's spitting here, but let me look into it a little bit. And I think he's like an anti-vaxxer and shit too. He's like, excuse me, elaborate, you can't say that and move on. This is the guy who's like, I'm having a child because I want to improve the birth rates, right? That's the guy, right? We've watched a video of him wearing goofy ass glasses talking about how he's gonna homeschool his child. He said he's gonna homeschool his child and that his child is not gonna be vaccinated. Bryce Mitchell, a couple weeks prior, has this take, and this is actually a decent take. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
Critical of Elon Musk, how do you feel about his involvement with the Doge?
Well, I think that time will prove me correct. Time will always reveal someone's true character, and if you put that man in a position of power, his true character will be revealed. And let's just put it this way. He has all the money in this country. He's the wealthiest man in the country, and he wasted on rockets, man. Think about it, dude. He could actually help people with that.
What's crazy about this is that, like, shitting on Elon Musk is always A-okay in my book. Ironically enough, he's shitting on Elon Musk in the absolute worst way possible, even though this is a very commonplace critique. I would go so far as to say that SpaceX is probably one of the only good things that is directly associated with Elon Musk. I don't have an issue with space travel. I think that space travel yields tremendous amounts of innovation, and I understand why people are like, well, why are we going to space? Why are we going to space or spending so much money on space when there's like problems down here? I do understand that sentiment, make no mistake, but I don't think that like we should be curbing back scientific achievements, and things like SpaceX should not be privatized, but instead it should be nationally funded, NASA.
But he don't give a shit about you. He's got all the money in the world to help you. It'd be a penny to him, and you would never have to work again. He don't give a shit about you, though. He wants to waste it on rockets and waste it on all these cars that suck. And time will reveal the character of that man. And the more he gets under the spotlight, you can't fake it forever. His character will be revealed, and you mark my words, it will be seen that he is a rat bastard.
Just let him talk about Hitler before you give him his flowers? No, I'm not giving him his flowers. I'm giving you context. I'm giving you context because, oh, he seems based. Oh my God, except nope, not at all. Even a right-wing moron can recognize that Elon Musk is fraudulent. But that right-wing moron also happens to say this yesterday. Let's take a look.
Hitler, hell and the Nazis. I really don't think that he was, because I honestly think that Hitler was a good guy based upon my own research, not my public education.
Dude. Amazing. In 12 seconds, he said, I think Hitler was a good guy. And then immediately said, based on my own research. Amazing. Not public education, my own research. I love when dudes do their own research. You understand me? I love it. I did my own dang research. That's why I'm not vaccinating my child. That's why I'm homeschooling my child to teach him the glories of Hitler. And also on top of that, that's why I put a drill on my ball sack. I am what they call an autodidact, self-taught.
Indoctrination. I really do think before Hitler got on meth, he was a guy to go fishing with.
He's saying Hitler wasn't just a bad guy, but also on top of that, he was a cool guy, a guy to go fishing with. That is insane. What is he saying? Brother, what? My fishing buddy, Adolf. You might know him from his comical mustache. I know him as the guy who knows how to catch yellowtail. You don't understand. It's the meth that ruined Hitler. I like Hitler, the original. Yeah, I call him Adolf Fischler. Very cool. That's awesome.
He was a guy to go fishing with. He fought for his country. He wanted to purify it by kicking the greedy Jews out that were destroying his country and turning them all into gays. They were gaying out.
Okay. Yeah, he's showing his work. He's done his research, guys. Wait, so what doesn't he like about Hitler that meth ruined him on? Was it consistently moving eastbound? Yeah, he's like he shouldn't have opened up a new front. Okay, let me tell you about Adolf. Meth is the reason why he did a second front. Shouldn't have done that. No more new fronts, I say. Without meth, Adolf, good guy. Good guy. This guy's research was reading Mein Kampf? No. I think his research is just simply reading comments. I don't think he reads too much. Look, I'm sorry. I don't think he reads in general. I don't know if he's capable of reading. I think he saw memes on Twitter. I think that's unironically what happened here, because this is CTE in real time. I think this is the first time I got CTE by hearing someone speak. So truly a unique space that we exist in now, where I'm getting audio-induced CTE. He saw an AI picture of Adolf Fischler holding up a yellowtail, and he thought to himself, good guy, loves his fish, loves fishing. Also, wasn't Hitler like vegetarian or some this makes it, Hitler was pescatarian. A lot of people say he was vegan. That's wrong. I did my research. He's actually pescatarian. He definitely went to town. He genocided them fish, let me tell you, okay? Oh my God. He loved fishing, okay? He was not vegan. He was pescatarian. You understand me? He had no problems fishing. Let me tell you, boy, he loved fishing. That boy Adolf.
Kids, they were queering out the women. They were queering out the dudes. They were, you know what her first train surgery ever was? Happened to be in Germany before Hitler took over. You know the books that everybody makes fun of Hitler burning? You know what the books was? Queer books.
I mean, okay, this part is not wrong. It's just that the energy he has for it, I take issue with, let's just say. It's just that I don't associate that with a positive. He does. He's saying it's good. He supports it.
Hitler burned queer books because Hitler didn't want a bunch of queers destroying his nation. They can't produce children.
Dude, it's also funny because, like, this is literally the argument that Nazis were making. Jews have infiltrated the halls of intelligentsia and are spreading moral degeneracy both in the arts and specifically in college campuses. Now, if that kind of sentiment seems familiar to you and, dare I say, make you a little uncomfortable, understand that it is, yes, you're right. Your suspicions are correct. It is identical to what Republicans say today. Just, you know, a little bit of tweaking. That is what it is. Nazis' early fascist commentary surrounding this was that Western civilization, German civilization, was superior to all else, to all others, and that Jews were the enemy from within that had actually taken over academia and were making Germans gay. Socialist Jews were doing woke in academia in a deliberate effort to undermine superior Western civilization. They never say why that's bad. Yeah, they just simply say being gay is morally degenerate and wrong, and that's what the Jews are up to. Like, basically, that's what they say. It is pretty crazy because it's damn near identical. So let's look at some of the funniest things that Bryce Mitchell has done, starting with the most insane one. UFC fighter Bryce Mitchell details gruesome groin injury suffered in power drill accident. Pro tip: do not stick power drills in your pocket. Mitchell took to social media to share an unexpected update on his medical status on Tuesday, and boy oh boy was it ever horrifying. The 23-year-old was apparently doing some woodwork this week when the power drill he had in his pocket accidentally turned on, doing quite a lot of damage to his testicular region in the process. I'm gonna be out for a little bit, says Bryce Mitchell. So I was gonna train today, but I ripped my nutsack in half. I'm about to get stitched up. I was holding a board over my head with a drill in my pants. I was sizing up the board and the drill went off and tangled my nuts up in it. I dropped the board and reversed the drill and untangled my nutsack, but they was ripped in half. I'm serious too, lol. I obviously can't post a pic, but when my nuts are sealed back up, I'ma come train again. I think a high kick would re-rip them. Ha ha. And if I hear any shitty puns about how this whole thing is nutty or screwed up, I ain't talked to you for about a month. If you're gonna drop a pun to make fun of me, at least put some thought into it. T-H-O-T. Into it. Lol. He did apparently upload a very disgusting photo of his blood-soaked boxer shorts in the aftermath. Mitchell, who is 10-0 in the UFC, will obviously be out of commission for a little while. He needs some time to allow his beanbag to recover. Why is CBS Sports writing this? This CBS article is written like a Barstool article. I don't know what's happening. Let's start off light. Here's the time on Ultimate Fighter that Bryce Mitchell uncovered a revelation about soap.
Using soap, so that was a new experience.
They got me on soap. I didn't used to use it.
What?
Yeah.
Didn't believe in it.
I didn't really believe in it before, you know? And then
He didn't believe in soap before. Prior to his recent fight against Kron Gracie, Bryce Mitchell revealed he doesn't believe in the use of seatbelts.
What's your issue with seatbelts?
seatbelts, I think it's just like you get to choose if you want to wear a seatbelt. The government doesn't, they don't wipe my ass for me, and they shouldn't be able to tell me if I want to wear a seatbelt. I personally don't like them because I think, what if you got to jump out of the car and roll, duck and roll? And nobody ever thinks about that. So I don't personally.
Yeah, nobody ever thinks about that because why the f would they think about that, dude? First of all, if you're in a situation where you have to stop, duck, and roll out of a car, you probably need a seatbelt to survive the situation that caused you to, stop, drop, and roll out of a car. Because you're not going to have to worry about dropping and rolling if you don't have a seatbelt on, because guess what? You're cooked. You're already dead. Your brain is plastered all over the windshield at that point.
Wear a seatbelt, but I grew up, my mom never wore one. I just don't believe in them.
Yeah, when she was pregnant with me, as she told me, that's why I am famously the way I am. That's why I got a hard head, as my mama told me, the hardest of heads. That's why when I get kicked in the head, I don't feel nothing. It's not up to the government to decide if I should wear a seatbelt or not. So that's just my view on it. And that's why I don't wear them. But maybe, I strap my baby in, I strap Tucker in, but I just don't like wearing them. I like the maneuverability. Bryce outlines his belief in the flat earth. Oh, I remember this one as well. His beliefs in the flat earth and makes an impassioned call for other Christians to see the sense.
If me and you were equally fast.
It's just crazy to me because it's like, pick a struggle, man. You're making chat dumber. Yes, you're right. I am doing that, I think.
Side of the track, who wins that race?
You.
Because I'm on the inside.
Sure.
Because the further you go out from the center of that circle, the more distance you have to travel to complete a circle.
Dude, this is really funny. Dude, the music in the background. This is the truth music. When you hear these sounds, you're about to hear some truths, okay? Some cold, hard truths. On the Patrick Bet David.
Circle. So what I'm telling you is when that helicopter goes up to 20,000 feet and it's sitting there hovering for 4 hours, not only does it have to spin 1,000 miles an hour, it has to spin more than 1,000 miles an hour to go back to the same spot that it landed. Because now the Earth would be not attached to that helicopter, and so it's in a different type of rotation. It has to cover more distance to land in the same spot. You see what I'm saying? But how come I can get a helicopter and land in the same damn spot no matter how long I hover? Because the earth don't move, just like the Bible says. Wake up, Christians.
Dude, this is so stupid. This is so insanely stupid that it reads as a hilarious joke. Like, it reads as a bit because of how stupid it is. The helicopter land in the same spot because the earth don't move. When I first saw this video, I thought it was parody. Nope, not parody at all, man. Dude, the argument is amazing because it's like, when I jump on a plane, I land in the same spot. The plane's not moving. Wake up, libtards. Plane's not real. That's right, earth is flat. And the planes ain't real. You're actually teleporting to the next destination that you're going to, but they make it seem like you're actually flying for 12 hours in the air. Guess what? I tried it. I got on the dang plane. I jumped up, stayed in the same dang place. You're going to look real stupid once God shows you how the earth is flat. No such thing as gravity. That's a libtard invention. An invention of the liberal Jews. So is inertia. Inertia. Stop reading books. Unless it's the Bible. Here's Bryce Mitchell detailing the time he drilled his nutsack apart, drove himself to the hospital, but stopped mid-journey to show a random FedEx driver his mutilated nutsack. We already covered this part, but you got to see it again in his own words.
To Bryce Mitchell, who is there living his best life outdoors. I almost thought that he'd be in a hospital right now, but no, he's outdoors, just living the dream. Bryce, how are you?
Oh, I'm great, man. Can you hear me very well?
I can hear you great. Can you hear me?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
So when you say that you put the drill in your pants, like not in your pocket, like you put it like in here, like where your like belt would be, and it fell in.
Yeah, I just put the drill bit like dangling right by my genitals. Like just put it in just like you would a gun, almost like a gangster.
Yeah.
A gun. I had my drill tucked, thinking I was gangster, and then my nuts got drilled up.
This is why Ariel Helwani is the best UFC reporter, best mixed martial arts reporter out there, because that was the question on everybody's minds. How did the drill go from maybe your pocket to your genitals? Because that's the question I had. And it turns out it was because he stuck it into his pants, just like you would a gun, which is also hilarious because this implies that he, could also shoot his dick off as well. Because I don't think this is a man who learns lessons, let alone has object permanence. So I'm expecting him to also have a similar circumstance in the future where he puts a gun in his pockets and it accidentally discharges. This is the bro who's literally too stupid to work in construction. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he found his calling. This is it. This is the one thing that's like perfect for him. This is the thing that is perfect for him. Getting kicked in the fucking head for a living. I find this to be an incredible story. I'm also personally shocked that this guy would also be a committed supporter of Adolf Hitler. Here he is also oh my God, I made a joke earlier about how gravity is not real. Oh, here it is.
Gravity ain't real. There ain't no such thing as gravity. It's Freemason symbolism. It's all bullshit. There's no such thing as gravity. Why does a rock fall in the water? Because of gravity? Don't you bullshit me. Why does a rock fall in the water?
Because it's heavy.
What's the word for it? Come on.
Density.
Yes! Yes! Density's why things fall. Things don't fall because of gravity.
I don't know what to say about this. I truly am at a loss for words because what he's saying is so incredibly stupid that it unironically reads as a brilliant parody of a very stupid conservative person. There's more. We mustn't forget the time Bryce cited himself as an academic source when discussing how 9/11 was an inside job.
16, that's when the biggest revelation besides Jesus Christ that I've ever had happened to me. When I was 16 years old, based upon my own research, because I am a source of information, even though they don't let you cite yourself. I am a valid source of information, and I don't do no bullshit. I tell the truth. And if I don't know it's true, I won't say it. But I'm telling you, I know, and I knew when I was 16 that our government orchestrated 9/11 and brought them towers down. I know it. Our government, white people, white rich politicians, not brown people with box cutters. I'm telling you, white people brought down them twin towers. I was 16. That's when the biggest
Incredible. Somewhat counter to this, Bryce explains the serious precautions he takes to prepare for an attempted terrorist takeover in any flight that he takes. Oh my God, that haircut. Oh my God, he's looking like me yesterday. Oh my God.
Why I wear my boots on a plane?
Hold on, let me think for a second. Nuh-uh.
Right when I get on, I'm looking for terrorists.
Really?
Always.
Dude, what the... Right when I get on, I'm looking for terrorists.
Assume there's about 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if there's 4 of them, you know how they operate, right? There's going to be 2 sleepers. So I'm looking for the 4 ones that are going to pop up.
Yeah.
Those are the motherfuckers I'm dropping first. You know what I'm saying? And the most that can attack you, even if there's 4 of them on a plane, only 2 can attack you. 1 in the front, 1 in the back. I got a pair of boots. I'm going boom right to the nuts.
Right to the
You know what I'm saying? Boom right to the nuts. Boom, boom. Turn around. Taking out another one. I'm going to start stomping on their heads and shit. And then I'm looking for the sleepers.
Oh, yeah.
So
the sleepers is it, but how many more do you think that they would have?
at least 2 sleepers.
Yeah.
If they know what they're doing. If not, there's some rookies. I'm going to f them up anyways.
Yeah,
you know?
if not, this is Bush League terrorism.
Not to be that friend that's too woke, but I know plenty of kind, intelligent people at my MMA gym. It's not all brain damaged child. CT is a risk for all of us, of course, but we come into the sport with different levels of intelligence and a lot of passion for martial arts. No, you're not being the friend that's too woke. I completely recognize that. And also, this person's brain is not the way that it is because of CTE.